One of the key factors in improving the conversion of leads to business is intelligence. In this video, I will show you how LeadCenter.AI automate gathering more than 17 pieces of intelligence about each lead when it arrives. This intelligence would help you focus on the most qualified and hot leads to improve conversion ratio of leads to business. Hello everybody, and welcome to LeadCenter.AI. My name is Mustafa, and on this channel I help businesses like you grow their revenue faster with a digital lead generation strategy. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I drop an episode every week with actionable strategies on how to grow your business from online channels. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you will get notified every single time I drop an episode. Over the last 26 years, I worked in the enterprise and startup space. After spending more than 19 years with Microsoft in sales and marketing in the United States and overseas, I launched my first startup, Storat.com, in the Middle East and successfully grew it to multi-million-dollar business. After COVID-19, I moved back to Houston, Texas to launch LeadCenter.AI. I worked with hundreds of small and medium businesses in the US and overseas to build and execute effective digital marketing strategies. At the time of recording this episode, LeadCenter.AI helped more than 500 US businesses that used our digital services and or platform to generate more than 43,000 leads and more than 32 million in revenue. So the intelligence that LeadCenter.AI is able to gather is divided to 5 categories. Phone call intelligence, email intelligence, intelligence about the interaction between you and the lead, the source of that lead, as well as the browsing history. So I will cover each category by itself. Okay, so the first part I will cover is call intelligence or phone call intelligence. So whenever somebody fill up a form, start a chat, or call you, the software will be able to gather this information about the phone number. First, it will verify if this phone number is valid or not. It will be able to tell what's the type of the phone. Is it a mobile or a landline? We do this actually through the carrier. We do the verification directly through the carrier. It will tell you the owner of the phone name, as well as is this a consumer or a business phone. So this is the first piece of intelligence you get. For example, if the phone is not valid, most probably this is not a valid lead. So, and somebody is filling a form with inaccurate information, and you don't need to waste time on it. The second part is that the call itself will be recorded, and that's a piece of intelligence where you can listen to the call through the dashboard. It's very easy to access it, and it will record all the calls. It will show you all the calls related to that lead, the time of the call, how long it took, as well as was the call accepted or missed. As well as an important part is that the software will automatically transcribe the call. So you don't need to sit and listen to every single call. Actually, the entire transcription will be done automated, and you will receive an email notification for each call that gets transcribed. And the accuracy of the transcription is very high. It's actually around 80% plus. It goes between 80 and 95%, depending on the quality of the call that's being recorded. The second piece of intelligence or group of intelligence is email. Well, a lot of time people fill up forms and they fill it up with wrong email. So what we do through the email provider, we check whenever somebody filled up a form or start a chatting session with you, we will capture if the email and verify it through the email provider. And through this section, you can tell is this email is valid and when was it last verified. And actually, this is again would save you time and effort in trying to communicate with this lead through email if that email is valid or is not valid. The third group of intelligence that LeadCenter.AI will gather is that if you start using the software to send and receive emails, send and receive SMSs, it will gather crucial part of intelligence, and that helps you improve the qualification of those prospects. One of them is the number of time a lead open an email that you send to. So here, for example, you click on emails, will open this screen, and here I sorted by the number of opens high to low. So for example, this lead opened this email 87 times. This lead opened it 40 times. The other piece of intelligence when it comes to email communication is the number of time if a prospect clicked on a link inside an email that you sent. And here, for example, I want to see clicks high to low. And here I can see that this user clicked on the links inside the email 4 times. How do we do this? The software will, whenever you send an email from the software, it will insert what we call a pixel, and that pixel will allow us to track the number of opens and the number of clicks for each email that gets sent. The last thing is SMS communication. So whenever you communicate, if you use the software, and actually you can use the software to send and receive SMSs to leads or to send and receive SMSs to anybody, what will happen is that you will be able to tell if that SMS is delivered or not. And actually, if the user replied to the SMS, those SMSs will show up here in the system. So you can have what we call a 360 view about the communication with that lead. So the more the lead interact with you, that increase the scoring of the lead, that increase the probability of closure. So, and that would help you save time and effort by focusing on the leads that's opening your email more, that clicking more on the leads that you are sending them, on the emails that you are sending them, or that they have a valid information. The fourth group of intelligence that LeadCenter.AI will gather is about the lead channels. So it will tell you what's the lead source, as well as it will tell you what's the lead medium. One important thing about the medium is that it helps you identify through analytics which medium and channel is generating the most amount of revenue for you. For example, here, I will open analytics and I want to check the last 12 months. And then what I want to see is that in the last 12 months, this is the distribution per source, as well as the distribution per medium. But if I change the stage to the 1 leads, so that will give me some interesting statistics. Like, for example, 20% of the lead we won came through chat and 20% came offline. So through offline marketing activity, and 16% came through phone calls. So the same for the deals won by source. 16% came through webinar, the webinars that we do, as well as 10% came through email marketing. Another interesting piece of intelligence under channels that it will gather, if you are running Google Ads, for example, or if you are using UTMs or parameters in the URLs of your website, and somebody fills up a form, that form will be captured. And not only that, the entire UTM parameters will be captured. For example, for this lead, I know somebody filled up the free marketing plan form. So this is through a Google campaign, CPC, it's cost per click. So it was a paid campaign, and the campaign name was lead generation campaign. And the keywords that the user used is SEO agency Houston. So that tells me, that helps me improve the interaction with the lead when I call them. So I know that they were searching for an SEO agency in Houston. And the same applies for any kind of business or any kind of service. If you are offering a service, if you are able to tell what this lead is interested in the campaign, that will improve your interaction with them and save you time and focus where to focus on. The last piece of intelligence or group of intelligence that LeadCenter.AI will gather is about the browsing history, or the pages that the user visited before contacting you. This will be valid only if the user used forms, filled up a form, where through the session, we are able to record the entire browsing history for that user. And then what you will be able to tell, the URL that he was in before calling you, as well as the address of his device, where he is calling from, or where he filled up the form, that's the address of the mobile phone or the PC that he used. Also the date and time of the visit to that specific page, the operating system that he used, and the browser. Thank you for watching this. Please feel free to set up your free account on LeadCenter.AI. If you need help in setting up your account or configuring it, please feel free to send us an email to support@LeadCenter.AI, or you can call us toll-free at 888-291-7116. Thank you.